Hi guys, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about how to change careers even if you don't know what you're doing. So, if you feel a strong pull to shift gears and try something new but you don't know what to start, you can't figure out your passion, or perhaps you might even be thinking that you've invested so much into your current career and you're not even sure if the risk is worth it, then this is the video for you. It's based off my experience from transitioning from a high paying and very comfortable job in big law to moving into tech and ultimately starting my own business. So you know that this is not just fluff. This is from someone who's actually been there and who's escaped the theory to actually take the leap and make it happen. Remember, it's okay for you to feel lost. It's okay for you to be unsure. I have certainly felt that, and that's the inspiration behind this video. If you're new here, my name is Dels. I am a lawyer, consultant now. I work on my own time, entrepreneur and career coach who's very, very passionate about helping high achievers who feel stuck and who want something more to transition from whatever it is that they're currently doing into high paying and rewarding and fulfilling careers that they love. If that type of content resonates with you, then please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, like this video, and share this video as well to someone that you know might need it, because you might be very happy where you are right now, but we all have that friend, family member, or someone in our lives who is feeling a bit stuck doing what it is that they're doing. Let me get right into it. How to change careers when you are lost. Well, the first thing for you to do is to recognize that it is okay to feel the way that you do. If you are thinking and if you're berating yourself for feeling the way that you do, you are just going to be pent up, anxious all the time. This is the stage where you can't sleep. This is the stage where you're tired of hearing yourself moan about your current situation. This is the stage where you're tired of feeling confused, and you can't step out of that without allowing yourself the grace to know that it's okay. Life is a journey. Like, things are not linear. When we're growing up, we always expect that we move up the career trajectory this way. But the reality is that when you look at the journey of successful people, it's kind of like that. And it's okay for yours to be like that too. You don't have to know the end goal yet. You just have to start taking small steps. And the truth is that career change is messy. This is why you hear really successful people talking about how they spent time doing Buddhism or learning about meditation and stuff to just calm themselves down. People like Steve Jobs, for example. So the second step is for you to take some time out to figure it out. And for many people who've been following my social media over the past 3 to 4 years, you would have probably been picking up the clues now that you know what I currently do. I used to go on solo trips. One of my favorite was to Sri Lanka, where I wouldn't have my phone with me. I would just lock it in the safe, and I spend the whole day by myself on the lake, writing things down, journaling, and trying to move things from my head onto the page. Because when you are working in a very, very busy and high pressure environment, even if you're doing a 9 to 5 in a job that bores you, you don't always have the mental capacity to really assess why you feel the way that you do and the options or the possibilities that lay ahead of you. It's very, very important for you to take that step back. And if you don't know what you want to do next, start looking for clues. There's various ways for you to figure this out. And we talk about this in my Career Transformation Challenge that I'm hosting. It's 5 whole days of live training, absolutely free, where I'm helping people who are trying to figure out the next step in their career to nail it and make sure that their next move is successful. So what you do is that you basically assess what keeps you engaged while you're at work. There are situations where you absolutely hate every single waking moment of you being in the office. However, you have clues of the things that you enjoy. So perhaps you enjoy pitching to clients, you enjoy being a strategist as opposed to the note taker, the document drafter, and things like that. I know that that was definitely the case for me. I enjoyed more of the business side of things and the strategy side of things than actually sitting down to like draft a 300-page contract. I didn't love that. Another thing as well is that you can look at the things that you enjoy in your spare time. What types of podcasts you listen to? What keeps you entertained? I'm not talking about Netflix and series like The Crown, even though that is so addictive. I'm talking about general things that get you in the flow, that excite you, that you find really, really intriguing, because these are all clues. You could even go all the way back to when you were a kid. So what were the things that you enjoy spending time doing? Has your adult life kind of steered you away from that? Is it something that you could revisit? It's almost like getting to know yourself again. Like, honestly, you don't have to know everything. And even if you do have an idea of what you want to do next, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video, because I'm going to talk about something that is so relevant and all the more important for people who have a strong idea of what they want to do next, but they're not able yet to take the leap. So the third thing that you need to do when you're ready or you're thinking of changing careers and you're trying to figure out what next is to brain dump, mind map, and journal. The reason why when I was in Sri Lanka, I would bin my phone is primarily to avoid distractions, and to not put anything on my phone. Don't start taking notes on your phone. Write these things down on paper. Let's go old school here. Because what happens is a lot of us who are thinking of switching into something new spend so much time theorizing in our head and hypothesizing. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? So what if that thing happens? Write it down and write down what you're afraid will happen, what you can do to deal with or mitigate that actual circumstance, and how you can also avoid it from happening. One of the things that stops people from changing is fear. And again, this book that you can see over here by Tim Ferriss really gave me so many examples of successful people and the things that they've done to beat fear. And Tim Ferriss is the founder of an exercise that we do during the Career Transformation Challenge, which is called fear setting. So make sure you join us and I'll walk you through how to do that. But in summary, if you write down and you mind map about all of the things that you are afraid of, it's almost like you see them. It's like they become physical, and then you can strategize about ways for you to beat them. The other thing that's useful is that when you are mind mapping, journaling, and brainstorming, it helps you to figure out what it is that you possibly could do as an alternative career. And this is so relevant for people who are thinking, I hate this job that I'm in, or I hate this business that I have, I hate this thing that I'm doing, but I don't know what I want to do next. Maybe you think that you're a corporate person and you're not creative. Like, honestly, when you start to assess yourself, when you start to put things on paper, especially when you mind map, it's almost like the answer is being illuminated from the page, but you have to work at it. And I find that going old school works much better for me than writing things on my phone, because the whole lack of distractions and stuff of paper is really, really important. The next thing is absolutely important, especially in the current climate that we're in. Whenever you're watching this video, when I film this, we are in the middle of a global pandemic. We're in a recession. Companies are making people redundant. Some businesses are struggling. So if you're doing something right now, this is not necessarily the time for you to take the leap. That's what conventional wisdom will tell you. Take the leap. However, if you know that you are super anxious about making this move that you want to do, whether it's start your own business, get a new job, or whatever, then you don't have to really knock yourself off the ledge, right? You have to be prepared. And again, on the challenge, what I do is I give you a plan and I give you a workbook. Map this whole thing out. What is your budget like? What networks do you need to build? What do you need to upskill yourself on? How can you set yourself up for success? Do you need to fix your resume? Do you need to build a business plan? What is your salary target? What is your business target? What are your financial targets for the next year? What are the immediate things that you need to deal with? Are you buying a house, for example? This is not the time then to be taking the leap. So what can you do instead? While you're mapping out all of this stuff, it's important for you then to be in parallel, building your network, researching all of the various options, career options that you've come up with when you were doing your mind mapping, your journaling, and actually start to take incremental steps. If you're able to take the leap, then fantastic. But I highly, highly recommend that you try your best to do that full assessment of your current situation first before you take the leap. It's okay for you not to jump into something new right now without a plan. I can see so many videos on YouTube talking about, I quit my job without a plan. That's absolutely great. Some people can afford to do that. For some people, not having a safety net is actually the thing that drives them to really make sure that they achieve this thing. But there's other ways for you to get to the same place. So you could set yourself a hard deadline, for example. Because if you don't have a bank of mom and dad, if you don't have a huge stash of savings somewhere, it's absolutely foolish for you to really take the leap without a plan. Again, even if you know what it is that you want to do next and you feel like it's just anxiety and nerves and just the fact that you've done something, the fear is keeping you stuck, then honestly, if you just take the time out to build an incremental plan, you will make your career change successfully. If you've not already joined the challenge, spaces are limited. Click the link in the description box below to join. If you're not able to join, don't worry. If you sign up anyway, you get a workbook that includes a plan that will help you on your journey. If you guys have enjoyed this video, comment below. What are you looking to switch into and what is the thing that's holding you back? You have got this. I am telling you that you have got this. It's absolutely okay. You are where you are right now because you've had life experiences, and I guarantee that regardless of whatever space or industry that you've worked in, whatever you want to do next, you have the skills. If it's something creative, you can grow it, you can figure it out, you can learn. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Show me some love and I'll see you on Instagram perhaps. Yeah, got this? All right then, bye.